What's going on, you guys? Let's go ahead and start us off with some deep breaths. I'm going to get some affirmations for us here in just a minute. Okay. I also would like to read a Bible scripture. We are to, and I'm following the rhythm here, you guys, that we are to hold space for the ones who are expressing themselves fully and complete and vulnerably. Okay, I seen 111 when I said that. I caught that just now. All right, and perhaps we are going through a lot of bottom of the deck already, okay? And we are, I'm getting that, we are to respect the people around us who are expressing themselves fully and complete. We are to respect their space in times when they are expressing themselves. And not just, expressing like happiness and joy, but expressing anger and expressing their shadow and expressing whatever it is that's coming up for them. We are to respect the space that they are expressing in. Okay. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement, and perhaps when we are taking the action in expressing ourselves collective, when we are taking the action and moving with purpose here, okay, we are to acknowledge the person or even you collective expressing yourself fully and complete. Okay. For the Lord your God has blessed you in all the work of your hands. He has watched over your journey through this immense wilderness. The Lord your God has been with you this past 40 years, and you have lacked nothing. That was Deuteronomy 2, verse 7. Okay. While you may have been in this journey of self-actualization, you are going to also find yourself to be in a place of feeling a lot of this loneliness, a lot of, I'm going to say solitude, okay? You having to be in a space where you're able to self-actualize and being self-aware of yourself, okay? In times of change, and also in times when you are experiencing and feeling anger, okay, and feeling betrayal. A lot of our shadow collective is wanting to express. Okay, this is the time to really acknowledge our shadow. Okay, when I say this 444, that when we are expressing our shadow, you are also to be self-aware and to be aware of your surroundings, where and whom you are expressing this to. Okay, this could, I'm speaking to somebody here. I feel like I'm speaking to somebody here who is expressing their shadow in private, your own space, and you're giving yourself this space, and you may even be creating a space where you're able to just let it all out because it's needed at this time, right? And for some of us who are needing to express a lot of their shadow, okay, it gets to a point, collective, when you come to a complete stop and you're just ready to blow up. You're just ready to, like, there's really nowhere else to put it but to put it out, right? I suppose that for some of us, we may feel like we're stopping ourselves from even expressing ourselves. You know, we're too ashamed to speak about our shadow. We're too ashamed to speak about the things that we have done wrong to people, and even the wrong that we have done to ourselves and bruising ourselves. Okay, we are at a time where we are getting to the root of our shadow. And while we may be experiencing the uncomfortability, okay, I'm following the rhythm here, it gets to a point where you come to a complete stop, okay, a dead end, and there is no other option but to face what is in here, collective. And the message here, okay, I'm following the rhythm here, you guys, that sometimes the only option is to start all over, okay? And this is what we call the fool's journey, okay? You're risking everything. You're leaving things behind, okay? I am reminded to let some of us know, to all of us, okay, that this may not be the time to make hasty decisions. This may not be the time to jump into, you know, signing a contract or, you know, anything that is long term. Like, this may not be the perfect time for you to get into that right now. Like, you making big, huge decisions right now. This may be the perfect time to sit with yourself and to really slow down and to think about the things that you are going to do before you do it. I feel like I'm getting this energy of, like, some of us being very impulsive and doing some things that, like, you're kind of pushing it and you're like forcing it to happen. And that's because you're just getting, you're getting really anxious, almost like you just cannot wait. Okay, this is the energy that's coming up right now. Thank you, Spirit. I want to pull up another affirmation for us here. Okay, we may be finding, and I'm speaking to somebody here when I say this, that we may be finding ourselves to be feeling alone. Okay, you're feeling the loneliness. You're feeling like you're not really surrounded by the people you used to surround yourself with, okay? And this may come as a surprise to you. This is what I'm getting here. I'm following the rhythm here, okay, collective? That while you may be finding yourself to be, you know, in a space by yourself, you're having a lot of huge realizations that you have come to this point in your journey. I'm speaking to somebody here so heavily. You have come this far in your journey. Remember that scripture. For the Lord your God has blessed you in all the work of your hands. He has watched over your journey through his immense wilderness. The Lord your God has been with you this past 40 years, and you have lacked nothing. Okay. He has been with you. Spirit has been with you through it all. Okay. I'm getting our chosens here as well. So heavy emphasis on our chosens. Okay, I want to pull up an affirmation for us. We are to hold space for the ones who are expressing themselves right now, and you're finding yourself, you know, to be yourself, expressing yourself. You are to also give the people around you to express. You are to hold space for the ones around you, okay, to express fully and complete. This is so essential, okay? I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it, okay? That is an affirmation. I feel also that while that may be the affirmation, what we are feeling is a lot of that grief. What we are feeling is a lot of heavy burdens. I had dropped this rose quartz before I went into this reading. And when I dropped it, the weight of it, I thought I was going to break it, honestly, but thank God I didn't. But the weight of it, right? I literally was like, oh gosh, right? That feeling when you drop something very heavy and you're just, oh crap, right? It feels like that. All of a sudden, you're just now left with so much of these problems. Like, you feel like at this time, I'm following the rhythm here when I speak of this, okay? Spirit is wanting me to let you know that while you may be feeling a lot of this weight, all of a sudden now, you know, you're facing, and you're over here trying so hard to overcome whatever it is that you're having to face and healing, okay? All of a sudden you are faced with things that you may not even understand yourself at this time, okay? Have an emphasis on our sacral chakra. Okay, I'm getting like, let's lean into more of healthy sex. Okay, I'm getting that right now. Okay, everything healthy. That may also be what is blocking some of us here, okay? And I'm speaking to somebody here when I say this, that while, you know, you may be finding yourself to be in an energy that you are not really aligning with, okay? And you guys are sexually active, okay? And your energy and their energy may not be in the same level, okay? That too you are to be self-aware of, okay? Thank you, Spirit. We are to hold space for the ones who are speaking vulnerably, okay, and taking this fool's journey, and for some of us having to start all over again. For some of us, you know, I'm getting like, while we are facing a lot of these changes, you're just like, I don't know where to go from here and where I'm at. Like, I don't know where to go from here. And I am reminded to also let us know, collective, that while this may be a lonely road and a lonely path to be on, okay, it is also one that is healing to us, okay? It is also one that perhaps you had chosen, okay? We all pick and choose our own battles, and while you may be on this road to, you know, righteousness, while you may be on this road to healing and becoming better for yourself and for the people around you, you know, at times it may seem like, you know, there are a lot of feelings of loneliness. And while it may be, and here is the message here, that while it may be a lonely path to be on, you know, it is one also that is very healing to you, and perhaps that is what you need the most. I feel like I'm speaking to a Virgo when I say this, okay? You are one, and you have been one, to really save your inner child here. You have been through a lot of wounds, inner child wounds. You have been through a lot of trauma, okay? And I'm getting that, you know, this is stuff that you have not talked about to anybody, and maybe you have thought about it, but it is something that you are keeping to yourself right now. And that may be why you're feeling you're feeling lonely, okay? That's why I was getting the message that while it may be a lonely road for you to be on, it is one that is healing, and perhaps it is one that you had chosen to be on, okay? You had prayed for something and spirit came down and saved you. And now spirit is going, this is the road, and reminding you that this is the road that you wanted to be on in the first place. Okay, this is your reminder, collective. I'm speaking to somebody here when I say this, that you went through a lot of childhood wounds, trauma. And this is what's coming up for you, okay? I'm getting our earth signs here, okay? Shout out to our Taurus, Capricorns, and our Virgos out here, okay? That while you may have been on this journey of healing your inner child, okay, you may be at this point, I'm speaking to somebody here when I say this, that you're feeling lonely. You're feeling a lot of this loneliness, okay? I want to pull up a tiny tarot for you guys. Okay, being in the here and now is so essential when you're having to go through these heavy emotions. Okay, I'm speaking to somebody here. Some things we got to make sacrifices for so we can get better. Okay, you know, I am also reminded to tell you how brave you are, that when you are one to take the initiative and getting better, you know, you're one step closer to actualizing. You're one step closer to seeing your potential. You're one step, you know, if you were to just think about it that way, okay, thank you, Spirit, that if you were to think about it in that perspective, that you are one step closer each time you take the initiative in healing yourself, and whatever it is that you're healing about your inner child, you are one step closer to getting better, one step closer to, you know, seeing your potential, okay? A perspective, okay, if you will. Ooh, King of Pentacles. Okay, this could be a romantic counterpart here. This can also mean that abundance is to come for you. Okay, that just came up, but also it's like something really huge, okay? See, when you have dedicated your time and have been loyal to your healing journey and healing your inner child, right? And okay, you picked this, you chose this road to be on, right? Now, Spirit is reminding me to tell you, and it's coming up right now, that Spirit wanted me to tell you that they are so proud of you for not stopping, how brave you are to keep going, okay? That even in times when you are feeling a lot of that loneliness, you know, you just keep on going anyway, and that is what you are being rewarded for, collective. That's amazing. I'm feeling that right now. Thank you, Spirit. That this king of Pentacles could be somebody potentially like a romantic counterpart. I'm getting like they may also be like watching you or something. Like you may also have your own like YouTube channel or something, or your platforms, or they're watching you like your romantic counterpart. Okay, I'm getting that. But also I'm getting like abundance is to come for you for the work that you have done, collective. This is perfect, and this is like everything that you've been asking for. Wow, that's coming up so strong right now. Thank you, Spirit. I have cups and I have pentacles here as well. Okay, whatever it was that you had been through, your childhood here, collective, you know, wow, it just got kind of dark outside. And times when you were going through it alone, okay, and I feel like this is coming out very heavy right now, okay, that you were going through it alone. And while you were going through it alone, you know, you also had to uplift yourself. You also had to find ways to uplift yourself, you know, because there was nobody around you. You have been in this fool's journey, if you will. And it's funny because I feel like I'm talking to some of us who are stepping into this fool's journey, but I feel like I'm also at the same time speaking to somebody here who has been on this fool's journey. And you have been overcoming so much and so many challenges along the way, okay? This right here is for somebody who's been through a lot of inner child wounds that you now finding yourself to be, I'm getting that it gets lonely before it gets better. Like it gets pretty brutal when it comes to like having to see things and experience things on our own, if you will, okay, as the wind picks up outside. We are to be self-aware, okay. Now it's taking me to something completely different. Okay, spirit. These changes is making our mind go a bit like a whirlwind, if you will. Okay. I feel like I need to come back to the part where I said earlier that, sometimes the only option is to start all over. I think as I'm saying that, like, I'm getting like some of you guys don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that, because then you are leaving some things behind that you don't want to leave or you don't want to let go of. Okay. That is the part where spirit is wanting to remove from your life right now, that while we are facing this, and I'm also getting here, okay, and this is what's coming up, that for some of us, okay, while we are experiencing this, okay, physically something is happening. There's a lot of unease physically, okay? So right now you may be feeling like, okay, you get upset stomach, okay? You're having days where you're eating good, and then days when you just don't eat, okay? Physically, this is catching up to us, right? The changes, stress, you may be feeling a bit stressed, and the stress is probably in your tummy. The stress is probably in your hips, okay? This is coming up for us physically as well, okay? And I feel the need to say that and to take heed on, while you're experiencing changes, to pay attention to also what your body is telling you at this time, okay? Because you may be feeling a lot of that unease in your physical body, okay? And for some of you, I'm getting your IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Is that what it is? Okay. IBS, to look into that. Something about your tummy, okay, upset stomach. Because I was also getting like feelings like on my leg, like pinches, okay? You guys may be like feeling like muscle strains, okay? A muscle pull, okay, that's coming up right now. I feel like we literally went from one thing to the next. Like, we were just talking about how we need to start all over and choosing to start all over. This is an option to start all over. And then we went from that to talking about our physical body. That's so funny. See, this is where the changes, okay? Like, for some of us also, you may be experiencing yourself to be completely stopping and taking a big pause. Like, you don't even know how long you just took a pause for, but you're just like, how long have I been sitting here? Like, you needed to just sit down and take a pause, and you hadn't realized how long it has been for you just sitting there, okay? I'm getting that right now. Some of you guys are really having to be so kind to yourself that you need to sit and just feel it. Okay. This needs to take place. Okay. I said earlier, the healing needs to take place. Did I say this earlier? Probably not. Okay. No, I'm sorry. I said, while it may be a lonely path, lonely road to be on, it is also one that is healing. But I didn't say the healing needs to take place before things get better. Okay, we have abundance here, bottom of the deck. Okay. And then that's where we find ourselves back to exactly balance. Okay, bottom of the deck. Excuse me. The healing needs to take place before things get better. The grieving needs to take place. The healing, the mourning needs, things that is holding you back, people that are holding you back, places that are holding you back. I'm also getting that businesses out here are changing, companies out here are declining. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. Ooh, which then is taking me back to what I thought about. You ever get like a thought and you're thinking to yourself, did I think about this today, or was it yesterday, or was this in my dream? I don't know. See, this is where our mind gets cluttered. Okay. The healing needs to take place in order for things to come back into balance. But you know, collective, it's tough because while we're going through these changes, some of us are not actually welcoming it, and this is something that is so vital because change is way overdue. Change is way overdue, and while change is way overdue, you know, at this point, it's actually really pushing us now. It's actually really pushing us now because we cannot stay where we are. It's like we got to keep going and we got to keep ascending, okay? That's what I'm getting here. I'm getting like change is at hand! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. I'm just getting that right now. Spirit, don't scream at me. Spirit just got humor, you know. Spirit just has a lot of humor, okay? Perhaps we need a lot of humor. That's what I'm getting here, okay? Ooh, I have the Chariot. Some things to take in control over. And I think what we need to control right now is our mind, okay? This is what I'm getting here with the Chariot. Like, we are to really using our energy to evaluate. Okay. I have also the King of Wands here with the tiny. I have the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. You guys, this is about an ex. Get out. You know, that is also something that some of us are experiencing as well, is that while your ex may be feeling a lot of this right now about you, okay, this is something that we cannot hold on to. You see, I'm following the rhythm here when I say this, that when change steps in, and you are changing and you are evolving and you are with change, collective, the karma comes right back to the people who did you wrong. Does that make sense? Because you now have chosen to be in a new cycle, clean slate. So while you choose to ascend and choose to change and go with the change and go with the flow, okay, the people who have done you wrong, okay, now they are feeling their karma as you move on to this new cycle, this new karma that you're in, clean slate. But they are the ones feeling whatever it was that they had done to you. Heavy emphasis that whatever wrong that they had done to you, whatever it was. I'm getting some kind of betrayal here, okay? The moon is in Scorpio, you guys. So, you know, this is about this is about transparency. That it's going to be removed and it's going to be revealed. It is so clear and so transparent that it's got to go. Okay, so the karma that perhaps your ex is experiencing, and whoever it was in your past, you know, who had done you wrong, okay, Seven of Swords, they are now seeing and feeling the karma while you are stepping into change. Wheel of Fortune, okay. And what they may be experiencing is a lot of this discipline, okay. I'm following the rhythm here, okay. This may not just be an ex, but it may be a friend, an old friend, okay. This may be, you know, somebody that you had some issues with that you have not talked to, and you kind of just left it behind you, okay. And this is somebody who is now seeing and experiencing the things that they had done to you, the wrong that was done to you, and they are now facing whatever it was that you had experienced. Now they are facing that, and they are seeing that for themselves, and now they're, you know, having to go into a lot of understanding, reflecting, and they may not even feel right about it. Collective, okay, an ex, a friend, an ex-friend, or whatever, but you taking the initiative to evolve and to change. Collective, I'm speaking to somebody here when I say this, that while you are on this fool's journey and having to start all over again, okay, it's doing you some good, because you know that it's going to give you a lot of this. And that's what we have been striving for. That's what we have been asking for. That's what we've been yearning for. And it just seemed like for a while that you didn't have that. But you see now that you have chosen to make some changes, you know, some of these people are in regret. Some of these people are feeling a lot of guilt. They may not even realize it now, but they will realize it, you know, because let me tell you that when people do evil things and they've done you some wrong, you know, they can get away with that. Spirit is always going to come back and teach us a lesson, whether we like it or not. You know, it's only to straighten us up, and it's never to harm us. But, you know, if they are taking it as something that is harmful, then that's on them. But we are experiencing changes to straighten us out. It's never to, you know, put us down. It's just to teach us a lesson, and then to ascend us, to buck us up, so that we, you know, move more in purpose. And to bring truth back into this place, if you will. And a lot of what, you know, perhaps your spirit team is doing at this time, you know, they're straightening you out, because you need to be straightened out. Perhaps that you were put in a situation that you weren't supposed to be in the first place, and Spirit is coming down to help you, and maybe even sending people your way to help you, because you need it. Okay. And I suppose we all do. Okay. I suppose that we all need help. And I'm getting here that it comes in like moments, like increments, phases, like it comes in seasons, right? Little by little, by and by. Spirit will shift something inside of you. Bring somebody in your life. Bring somebody in your life in times when you know, are confused or you don't know where to go. Spirit is always going to guide us, take us back on the right track, like put us back on the path so that we can move forward. But you see, the test here is that, you know, while there may be a lot of temptations, while there may be a lot of distractions around us, that while there may be so much hardships and changes that we're experiencing, that we are to, coming back to what I was saying in the beginning of this reading, that we are to make space and create space for us to express. Because we cannot, like, we cannot go through these changes and not talk about what's happening in here. The thing is that while we are going through the transitions, we actually don't pay attention to what's happening in here. Okay, I keep getting that. We are to pay attention to that. I'm getting also that, especially for the ones who are doing it out here, like you're doing this out there alone. Okay, you're on this fool's journey, you're on this lone wolf journey, okay, and you're going at it alone. I'm talking to you when I say this, that you are to be kind and compassionate to yourself and to be patient with yourself when you are going through transition. Because I'm probably speaking to somebody who doesn't have family and friends to, you know, to go to for help, to be understood, to be seen, to be heard. That while you may be out there, you know, on this journey alone, that you are to be kind and compassionate to yourself and to give yourself some space to breathe and to talk to yourself, to have self-talks if you are not able to talk to anybody around you, okay? Collective, this is the message, okay? And thank you guys for tuning in for another reading, okay? My name is Kimber, and thank you for tuning in here at Safe Space. I will see you guys in the next. If you would like a personal reading, all of my information will be down in the description box below. You already know. Love and peace. Take care of yourselves, you guys, and I'll see you in the next. Bye.